Okay, so it looks like we're up and running. Just check the Wi-Fi. Things are up to par. Let's hope notifications go out because this is my first live on this channel in quite some time. So we are here to talk the season 6B premiere of Sistas. So I'll give it a couple minutes, see if more people come in. You know the drill. If you can see and hear me okay, go ahead and let me know in chat. I turned the fan off. That way there's no background noise, even though the fan across the room is still on. So we got 9 people. I'm assuming notifications did not go out, but before we get into it, I gotta say the episode started off promising, but there was just, I don't know, maybe it's because it's been so long since I've watched one of these shows live. I forgot how it drags when you add in the commercials. It really hindered the episode for me, not to mention the time that was spent with the Maurice storyline. I still don't give a crap about that. That really was a waste of time. Man, actually, let me go ahead and share the stream on Twitter because I forgot there's a share button here. Maybe this can help boost the numbers. You got a notification? Okay. There's only 18 people watching though. That's the problem. And I'll forget about sharing it, whatever. If people come, they come. I think it's because the channel, I just started posting again. So it takes a little bit of time to get back into the algorithm. So that's going to hopefully help out. Also, shout out to June BLC, another YouTuber who was dealing with the same demonetization crap that I've been going through. She has a channel again, June BLC. You can go over to her channel to help get her watch time up. That way she can get her channel back, in the monetization game herself. I believe she started a new channel, June BLC. Gave you the shout out. I promised you. Took a little while, but I promised. I said when Sisters comes back, I will give you that shout out when I know a lot of people are watching, because this situation has hindered a lot of YouTubers with their monetization. I'm just grateful to be back in the game, or at least on this channel. So you didn't get a notification. All right, well, we got 50 people on here, so I think we're good. Okay, folks, let's get into it. If I want to be honest here, like I said, the episode started off kind of promising, but it just didn't. There were just way too many filler scenes. Yeah, I agree. When we got to the interrogation with the DA, I'm just sitting up here like, in less than 5 minutes, this DA has shown so much competence in the past 3 seasons of every character involved in this Q storyline, whether it be Maurice, Sabrina, Calvin, Logan, whoever. They're all morons. I don't care about this storyline. Yeah, and then I will admit though, hear me out on this. Gary is a controlling piece of crap. Now, if Andy had any sense, she would know to get off of that dating site. Gary said he knows the guy who owns it. That alone should let her know, okay, yeah, I'm going to get off of this site before Gary, kind of like with Aaron having that friend who works at the hospital allegedly showing him results and whatnot that he shouldn't see. I feel like the same thing could be said about Gary's friend who owns the app showing Gary like messages and whatnot. But regardless, remember back in season 1 when he tried to warn Andy about Morris and how he wasn't a good dude, and then it turned out that he gets high and tried to assault her and Gary saved her. I feel like the same rules apply here about the dating app site. It's just that he's usually so controlling that it makes sense why Andy doesn't want to listen to him. But I'm just saying that he might be right. We kind of dragged over the hate and stuff. He's still missing Tamara. He's still acting stupid. Enough said. I honestly have nothing to say about the Calvin and Maurice stuff. The fact that if Maurice just wants to stay in jail, just leave him there. I don't care at this point. It's ridiculous. I'm glad Sabrina shut Calvin down, saying that African and whatnot. Of course, at the end of the episode, I'm sure not a lot of people have positive things to say about Bio, but let me put it this way, and this is just my opinion. You could feel how you want to. I want to ask you a question first of all. Has Maurice really been that good of a friend to Sabrina since the series started? I mean, if you ask me, most of his interactions with her has been putting down her wardrobe, which a lot of fans do as well, calling her out of her name, this, that, and the third. Bio's alleged homophobia aside, do you think that it's really worth choosing Maurice over this dude? Yeah, the whole multiple wives thing is a bit much, but imagine if Bio didn't have all them wives. Let's say Bio was indeed a bachelor prince. Do you think Sabrina would be better off choosing Bio over the homophobic friend who got you into this entire ordeal anyway? I'm just saying. I mean, there are women who have chosen men with far less money and wives than Bio, mainly baby mamas, and it just doesn't seem realistic to me. Yeah, not really mostly roasting her, giving her bad advice before giving her good advice. Yeah, I mean, Maurice has had a few moments here and there of being a good friend, but let's be honest here. Most of the interaction, not that good. I don't think he's a great friend. He's a crappy employee, that's for sure. But yeah, Sabrina's a doofus. How's she going to get mad at Bio for these expectations? Now, the marriage thing is a bit much because it's like, look, Bio, I know you have these customs in your country, but we're in the US of A, and I don't think those same rules apply. But at the same time, it's like Sabrina, and look, I ain't saying that Sabrina's a whore or anything, but not expecting to give it up, you know. Are they really good friends or just coworker? I think they're coworker friends. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think these two knew each other prior to their jobs at the bank. I could be wrong about that, but I don't know. It's just one of those situations where I feel that Sabrina is Maurice worth fighting for? That's the biggest question here. Yeah, it's noble for him to want to fall on the sword and get Sabrina off the hook, but at the same time, I feel like Sabrina's fighting for someone and defending someone who really isn't worth it. Going to be honest here. But aside from that, oh yeah, we'll get to the Karen and all that stuff because let's be honest here, that's the only part worth talking about. I gave this episode like a 6 out of 10, even I felt that's kind of high. I wouldn't give it a 0 out of 0. Tony, this dude rolls up and in less than 3 minutes he is instantly one of the top creepers on the show. He's seemingly close to outranking the likes of Gary or Aaron in terms of being overly creepy, in terms of knowing a lot about a person. I mean, Robin technically could fit into that category, but he's more smooth about it, in terms of knowing way more about the woman that he interacts with than they know about him. That's pretty much it. I have nothing to say about the Tony thing. We know that he and Danny are going to start becoming an item soon. Yeah, that that's it. I mean, I'm about to start talking about the Karen stuff, but yeah. And also, Danny, please. Well, we know she's going to start interacting with Tony, but how many times does she have to learn the lesson? Stop picking up strays at work. Mind you, he is a coworker, but remember, Q was also a coworker when they banged. So this is what you got. Logan, even though they didn't do anything, but still, Logan, Q, in the future, Tony, Preston met her at the airport. And I'm pretty sure there's a couple more people I forgot. But yeah, first of all, yeah, the Oval was far and away better than Sistas. Okay, but let's get to the point. The opening scene of this episode was pretty solid because of the fact that we knew this was a daydream. But the fact that Tyler showed us Fatima shot on the ground, bleeding out, Zach panicking, everybody running around, that just shows you that not a lot of black people work at that law firm because nobody else was carrying a piece. Nobody tried to tackle Karen. Karen is just standing there with the gun while everybody around her is just fleeing and stuff. And I'm like, where's security? That makes no damn sense. Again, it is a daydream. It is. But I just like the camera work, especially when we got the camera panning at Karen and then it goes up and then she snaps back to reality. But yeah, somebody mentioned earlier it was good that Fatima apologized for barging into the house. I mean, yeah, oh, thank you. I forgot about Jonah. I said I forgot a couple people. But yeah, Fatima apologized about barging into her apartment. She did say the whole woman to woman thing, but it's kind of hard to justify that when you literally burst into somebody else's home expecting to have a civil conversation. Yeah, production got to upgrade. Bro, you be on point. Thank you. I try my best. But yeah, it's just the fact that there's no talking to Karen, and that's what makes the scenes with her so dragged out. It's the same. No matter how much sense you try to talk to her, she'll find a way to spin it and then say, "Oh, you're working against me." Basically, I got a question. The fact that this chick is eventually going to tell Andy, I don't want to go through this alone. Yet when you have scenes like the opening of the episode where she lashes out at everybody, thinks she could talk to anybody any way she wants to, says, I'm coming for all your money and this and that. Watch Karen. You know that scene in the trailer where we see Karen at Zach's place at nighttime and then she walks away looking sad? That's probably her going over there to apologize and act like everything is okay. This chick gotta be on. Remember in the haves and okay, we got to go back in time now. Remember when Amanda died in the haves and the have-nots, and all the characters were in the living area because the police were investigating everything, and that was like the beginning of Veronica's dissension into madness. And it was a theory that she might have been taking pills and whatnot. Karen got to be on something because even Aaron is talking to Andy about, look, I know pregnant women have hormones and everything, but I feel like Karen is just, this is just next level. I don't know what something's wrong. Also, I got to admit, I felt bad for Pam because the way that, you know what, Pam, you need to stop listening on Karen's phone calls. Her and Aaron were kind of like Tony, kind of like Tony, kind of like Tony. They were standing right there and they couldn't help but overhear. I mean, Karen was cussing so loud over the phone with Fatima. I bet people 3 shops down from the salon heard what was being said, you know? So it's just one of those things where even I felt bad for Pam in this episode. Oh, yeah, because I'm not part of the sister circle. I can't hear what's going on. Let's be honest here. Pam, you are far better off not being in this toxic ass circle. And then Karen always with the, you need to choose a friend right here, right now. Like, what are you doing? Like, and then Andy trying to tell her to leave. I'm not going nowhere with you. I would have called security. Seriously. And then Aaron tells Andy about the results from the hospital. And let's be real here. It's that doctor friend of his. That's honestly what it boils down to. So according to Fatima, I gotta admit, I like what Fatima did. She printed out the results and looked them over, you know, and that's how she found Aaron's not the father, but it doesn't mean Zach's the father because they don't have the DNA. And I thought to myself, I did the same thing when I was demonetized and I was trying to figure out how to come up with an argument to YouTube, you know, I printed out the policy and I reread it so many times. I'm like, hey, wait a minute, there's a loophole here. So I really like that. I really like that. Yeah, thank you. Where's the management? All this drama in the office. That's what I'm saying. Like, in what? And I'm not trying to make it a race thing, but let's be honest here. Black people, we can be pretty damn loud. Where are the white managers like, hey, can we, what's all the commotion going on here? You know, I mean, Robin apparently got the, I don't know, maybe because Robin got the boot, there's no kind of control in the office anymore. I don't know. Not to mention, where the hell were Gary and Hayden at? Don't you think they would have heard that nonsense going on? I don't. Andy needs to tell Karen she cannot dictate to her. I'm over it. At this point, Andy needs to kick Karen to the curb because this is just ridiculous. So wait, Aaron isn't the father. I gotta watch it. Whoa, back up now. The results say he isn't the father, but let's be real here. Why would Karen's copy of the results say that he's not the father, but the results that Aaron saw shows that he's the father? But then again, when we see Aaron and Karen at the table in her apartment, based on the trailer, Aaron's going to say, "So you're happy now? You got what you wanted, right?" I feel like that means Karen shows Aaron paperwork that he isn't the father. So thank you. It is a complete mess, and I do not care. I don't, because this is just so childish. It really is. Karen hasn't shown herself much of a friend to any of them, just like Maurice. I mean, they're bad people, not just bad friends. I think Karen tampered with the results. I mean, if nothing else, you would think that Fatima would team up with Aaron, like, hey, would you, or Andy, like, and Andy just keeps being passed around like a blunt, pushed around by this person, that person. Fatima wants to talk to her, but Andy's like, I can't talk on this subject. Aaron wants to confide in her, and it's like, I'm not talking to you about Karen. And then even when she's innocent, Karen accuses her of picking somebody else's side. Andy, if I were her, I would just choose to step away from all this nonsense. Karen is playing both of them. Yeah, I was getting to that. I like what Danny said, the fact that she could be playing them both. Also, what is Andy trying to do, trying to defend Karen in front of Fatima? You know, when Fatima suggests that there could be more than two guys involved. The way that Andy bed hops around, especially if Gary pisses her off, she thinks that because, oh, well, I know Karen isn't messing around with anybody else because she would have told me. Like this chick doesn't have secrets that you don't know about. How many times has she manipulated you into orchestrating different meetings for Fatima to show up at? And then when Andy puts her two brain cells together, Karen goes into bitch mode. And it's, I don't, she's going to lie about the results. He saw the real results. Yep. Remember the episode where Andy said he put the tip in? Season 1. But again, she's just trying to save face, like, oh, Karen isn't like that. I know, my friend. Shut up. Man. Yeah, but brief pause in the conversation about the show. It's good to be back. It really is. Thank you all for keeping the other channel alive. I will post content. Like, I got a video where I'm thinking about posting my thoughts about the Will Smith and Jada situation. I'll do a video about that. I'll post it on that channel. Basically, like celebrity news and pop culture stuff. I'll put it on my kind of entertainment, because that channel, I want to get it to like 10,000 subscribers, and other things as well. So yeah, thanks for keeping that channel up and running. Two brain cells. I don't mean to be mean, but come on. Yeah, she knows Karen sleeps around just like her. My point exactly. My point exactly. Yeah, I caught Andy's face as they were leaving for the day. I did. Also, I like how Zach, please don't, I'm tired of them too. Yeah. I like how Zach brought up a good point about if the shoe was on the other foot and like Fatima, she had a bunch of baby daddy drama, would he be able to stay through it? And that's a good question. That's a good question. It's just one of those things where I did like it when he even mentions the situation about how he misses his son. It's like, I can't eat knowing that he might not be taken care of properly right now. I just love the development they're showing with Zach. And, knowing that Fatima is allegedly pregnant right now, it adds more weight to the scenes where, like at the beginning of the episode, holy crap, if Karen, I'm not going to lie, I knew it was a daydream, but the fact that Tyler showed the scene kind of play out after the gun was fired, I'm like, yo, did Karen really shoot Fatima? Like, I honestly thought that. But that's how good it was. Like, if I didn't know about future episode synopsis, nor if I knew the um title of this episode, I would have thought it was real. And I gotta tip my hat to Tyler Perry. I know people think that a 6 is too generous a score, but the opening scene was just so good. I felt it was worth the price of admission. Just like the final scene of the Oval last night was worth the price of admission. Karen didn't get the reaction she wanted at the office when she asked about the results. That's what makes me sick. Yeah. Did you look at him? I just wanted to see your face. This heifer is just, I ain't got, man. That's all she does. She just wants to get a rise out of people, and it's annoying as hell. Not Gary, just so happened to be friends with the guy who owns the dating app. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. It's just well, Atlanta is a small ass place. It's going to meet boyfriends. Yeah, next week they meet those guys. I know Rico, good old Rico. Jalen 112, happy belated birthday. I know we're at 155. I think that once we get the notifications and algorithm right, we'll be back to a few hundred people per live stream. But like I said, hey, it's my second day back. Whenever I posted videos, I think it was yesterday. But in any case, Karen's still playing victim and third grade. You need to pick childish. Do you think Robin will make an appearance to close out the storyline? I want to be honest here. I don't think he will. There are a number of characters in various Tyler Perry shows where there are unresolved storylines, but they don't come back. Mid indeed. Yeah, this episode, I could have easily watched it online with no commercials and been happy. I think Gary was being honest with Andy. Did you get your channel money? No, YouTube sent that money back to advertisers. I do appreciate how everybody's more pissed off about that than I am. I mean, there's nothing I can do. Trust and believe the money would help, but it's like I can't fight. I gotta pick my battles. Just like with the demonetization, I knew I had a strong case, so I took the time to put together my appeal package and I won. But with the money thing, YouTube, the one word in their dang policy, we may hold the money. That's the thing. The Oval was better, honestly. Yeah, Oval was way better, even though I think Sam is being a crybaby man child. Seriously. I think my favorite part of the episode I mentioned in my review when Max called out, well, not necessarily, well, yeah, when Max called out Sam is like, look, I know Priscilla tripping, but you got to remember you did get it on with the first lady, so just give her some time and space. But at the same time, it's been 3 seasons of Priscilla being the bitter black woman. But again, when you look at the Oval, time moves slowly, so it hasn't been that much time, but still. The only misstep of the Oval was Lily coming back. She had no reason to go back to the house. Do you think that was a dream when Sam shot Bobby? No, that was real. Jeremy mentioned this early. Hey Barbie J. So June BLC, she does have a new channel, but it's called Hey Barbie J. I mean, I'm pretty sure if you go to June BLC, she'll probably have an announcement or something about the new channel, so you can find a link to that. If you're wondering about Zatima season 3, that has not been filmed yet. And look, I want to be honest here. I was shocked. What was it last week when it was revealed that the strike is pretty much back on? I couldn't tell you exact details. I mean, is the writer's strike over, but the actor strike still going on? Essentially, I just know that there were a couple of weeks where things looked good. There were a lot of talks going on. Deals were on the table, but then last week the table got flipped over and we're back to square one. I'm no expert in this, but if I were to make an educated guess, I'm just going to put it out there. I don't think this thing is going to be dealt with until maybe summer 2024. I don't know for certain, but it just seems like this is getting nowhere fast. So at least Sister Season 7 has been filmed. So Sister Season 7 has been filmed. That was filmed a couple months ago. Yeah. I know the actors are still on strike. I'm not sure about the writers, though. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Please hit the thumbs up button. See, basically, since the channel just got remonetized, you all need to blow up these videos. I'm not even just talking about views. If you can go to all of my uploads that I've posted yesterday and today, hit the like button, leave a comment. If you do that, the engagement means YouTube sees it. It's like, okay, we're going to push these videos out, because despite having 270,000 subscribers, it's kind of like we're starting at square one yet again, So once we get into the swing of things, we'll be okay. I'm pretty sure the Sistas content will blow up, especially if I use a thumbnail with Fatima being shot on the ground. That's going to be a big one. It's kind of like when I started the new channel, you all just rushed over there and helped blow that up. The same thing will happen here. It's just going to take a little bit of time. Do you think Aaron's honestly do not know who the father is? I do not know. I'm willing to bet it's Aaron, because let's be honest. Every time Aaron has shown to be certain that he is the father, Karen fights that much harder to deny the fact that he is. I believe he's the daddy. When do you think Tyler will reveal that Fatima's pregnant? I do not know. It might be a season 7 thing, but I'm not certain. I did not notice that. I watched the Oval online and I skipped the credits. So you say Barry, Kareem, Donald, and Lily are out of the opening credits. I did not know that. I skipped right over it. But thanks for telling me. I think Aaron's the father. Well, I might be overthinking it, but maybe they took them out of the credits to not spoil anything, to have people wondering if they were still alive. But we know Barry's dead. Kareem was stated to be alive in the episode. Donald and Lily, yeah. The music was so good last night on the Oval. Also, can we talk about the African drums that were playing in the background when Bio was telling Sabrina about his plans for his investment? I watched the episode tonight. Yeah, okay. Was it good, though? Was it good? Oh, somebody sent me the teaser for next week. Just give me one moment, please. Sabrina, did you really think I would put up that kind of money and not want anything in return? Next Wednesday. He's the father, okay? Might you have been intimate with someone else? Let's saw the results. Because someone at the hospital told you? It looks like some encounters, if I see something, I don't know how I'm going to respond, may go beyond expectations. This is actually my first date. You look just like a picture. You all want to go someplace a little more quiet? Tyler Perry's Sistas. Next Wednesday. My first date. I knew it. Yeah, Andy's date, Jordan, one of his friends is the same actor that plays Bill from Bruh. Okay, anyway, let me get back to these comments. Sabrina should have listened to Danny when she got that money from Bio. Yeah, even Andy kind of warned her. I think Zach and Fatima may be keeping the pregnancy quiet until they get further along. Yeah, that's honestly the best choice, because their engagement alone caused a freak out from Karen. I would love for the sisters to have a few storylines that don't resolve around them finding a man. Like, can y'all go to brunch or church? Man, Lord, do they need to go to church? They really do. They really do. Praise God. Man, oh man. But yeah, the trailer for next week, it looks kind of promising. I'm not going to sit up here and say I'm super excited, but I'm more excited about the oval. More excited about the oval. So what's tomorrow? Thursday. Yeah, so my live stream is, getting done now. But Bobby's still in the opening credits. Well, in the episode, he was alive up until the apparent cliffhanger ending. So that was actually smart. I'll do a video on it once I look at the opening credits and compare it to previous seasons. I'll get back to you, but just a heads up. Just a heads up. Okay, so this is house related. We're going to shift gears. Okay, we're going to get back to the Tyler Perry stuff, but I got to give you some house updates. Okay, let me know if you're ready. We're going to talk about the house. All right, is that cool? We're going to jump right back to Tyler Perry after I give you some house updates. All right, so last Wednesday, we went up to the housing lot and I closed on the house. So the house is closed. Now, tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., same time as last week. Mom and I are going up there, and I'm going to close on the loan and the land. So once that document is signed, good to go. Because my dad, he's already like, yeah, I got the tractor and everything hooked up. So as soon as I signed the documents and give him a call, he's going to start clearing off the old house and everything. The land is 10 minutes from here, but it's going to be mine, all mine. So yeah, tomorrow is a big day. So the past several days have been pretty big. Last week got the channel back, closed on the house. Yesterday was 6 years of self-employment, and today was the return of Sistas, and tomorrow signed the ink to get the loan, and that'll be that. Then gotta wait a couple months, 60 days or less, because the dude's confident. He's like, the fastest I've built a house is 32 days, but because of weather and stuff. So yeah, can't wait. I hope everything gets done in a timely manner, because the quicker I can move out and get a house into my house, the quicker I can upgrade, have a podcast going, have a whole room that's going to be set up for content. Well, I mean my work. So that's the thing I'm most excited for. I'm going to be, and I thought about it, I'm going to be up and walking around a lot more, mainly because I got a lot of land, 3 acres, and taking care of house stuff. So yeah. All right. So back to Tyler Perry stuff. No, because my mom's family has some assholes who would not sign over the deed so I could move on this land. So ironically, the land I'm getting is 20 seconds from church. Yeah, literally 20 seconds from my home church. The land is like, you got the church has a field, there's a grove of trees, and the houses are going to be right there. It's crazy. But yeah, so I was hoping I would be moved in before Christmas, but it looks like it might be early 2024. So please watch the content, because I gotta make money. But no, that's the big news. House stuff is getting in order. But in any case, Sistas, yeah, this episode was mid. That's really all I gotta say. Mid. It was all right. I mean, I would suggest watching the opening scene at the law firm, the ending scene with Bio, and of course the scene. Well, actually, the last several minutes, because you got Zach and Fatima. Oh yeah, Tony invited her to wear junipers at 10 p.m. for a drink. Do you think that she's going to go for the drink? Belated birthday to Brandon. That's the second person. We got some October birthdays in the house. Patience is a virtue, everything in God's timing. Yeah, patience is something else, I'll tell you. But yeah, sheesh. So yeah, I mentioned the house thing because some of my videos might be a little late. This is why. The land, okay, the person who owned the land last, imagine the junkyard from Sanford and Son. That's pretty much what I'm buying. And that has to be cleared off, including, well, my dad is like, look, I got a couple friends, and my mom's going to help out too. Our job is like to kind of get the trash and all gathered together. That should only take about a couple of days, and then him and his guys will take care of the rest, where they'll knock down the old house and remove certain things like trees and whatnot. So my contribution physically will take a few days. So if you don't see your new videos immediately, that's why. I want to be working on house stuff, but I will have the videos up as soon as I can, because obviously we got to have the land cleared ASAP. The quicker we get the land cleared, the quicker the home developers can come out there and start building. So hopefully it will be a miracle if I can move in before Christmas. That would be awesome. But if not, oh well. At least I know it's getting done. So anywho, let's see here. Congratulations. Yeah, it really does make me appreciate the situation more, because people send me the articles of Tyler Perry bought this person a house. Tyler Perry paid off this person's house bill. And I'm like, struggling here, but I finally made it myself. So, yeah, I can't wait to have my own kitchen and stuff. I'm not going to have an island, sadly, because there was a house that we did pick out in February, but due to the housing market shifting and whatnot, that recalculated my loan. So instead of the Marvel 4, I'm getting a model called the Excitement, which is the baby sister of the Marvel. So the extra living area, gone. The kitchen island, gone. I did get approved for a Lowe's card, so technically I could get an island if I wanted to. Yeah. Also, did anybody catch the episode House of Pain prior to Sisters coming on tonight? I think it was called Parenting 101. I think it was a season 9 episode. Basically, it was one of the episodes prior to um the first season of BET's House of Pain. And I watched the last few minutes where it was Lisa and Malik was trying to explain to Lisa about how they need to work as a team with parenting. And I'm like, damn, the writing sucked. Lisa was so annoying. The acting was bad. It just shows you how well her character evolved when new writers took over. Because I'm just sitting there, it was painful to sit through. Yeah, season 9 was bad. Hey, first time catching you live. Well, hey, I will be here each week. That's pretty much the game plan. The episode airs. I'm live tweeting and taking my notes. The episode is over. I hop on here and do a live stream, and then I try to have my episode review up by the next day. And then any sort of like trailer breakdowns, discussion videos, I have them up in due time. Thankfully, the weekend is right around the corner. Yeah, my nephew is convinced he's moving in with me, but he is not. He's like, Mom, I'm moving with Uncle Jeremy. No, 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 you're staying here. He's like, well, the bus goes by, I'll get dropped off. No, no, you're coming back here. No. He's already like, oh yeah, that extra guest room is mine. No, it ain't. No, 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 no. I mean, the Gary and Hayden scene, as redundant as it was, at least it didn't eat. Thanks for joining, Stacy. At least it didn't eat up as much time as the constant Maurice and Sabrina and Calvin stuff. Because I'm just sitting here like, some of these characters, I'll be so glad when they're gone next season. Allegedly, Calvin, Logan, Bio, Preston, and a few others. I'm not 100% on some of these characters, but I know some of them are gone. Can your nephew visit? Yeah, they're going to visit, but it's like, you can visit, but when you going to leave, though? Because because I already know they're gonna like stop. Because I don't like to drive. I mean, since when I was at the apartment when I was in Lynchburg, I would drive, but a lot of crazy drivers up there, so I made it through. But then I started using Uber. I went to the eye doctor once just to get a checkup, and I'm like, Uber is super convenient. So I started using Uber more. Since I've been home, I've driven, I can count how many times I've driven, not that many. It's just that, I think once I move out and I go out to get my own groceries and stuff, I'll have my mind set back where it's like, okay, I gotta leave because we don't live in an area where there's Uber or DoorDash or anything. Like we're 20 minutes from town. Uber was 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago. That's when I was in Lynchburg. I have not used Uber since because I live in an area where there is no delivery like that. We live too far out in the country. He only wants to live with me because he knows I got money and he always wants me to buy him stuff. That's all it is. So don't even think about it. Because he's like, I spend more time with you than my mom. Yeah, because she's at work or sleeping. I work from home. He won't like that when I was in Lynchburg. Yeah, he just wants stuff because he knows he can like try to get away with stuff. Like I can eat what I want here. I can go. You're gonna have big TVs and I could play video games and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm gonna pay for it. He doesn't understand the concept of working for money. I mean, he does somewhat, but not that much. It's like, hey, look, $60 in Dollar General on your stuff. So you're going to stamp these envelopes for me that I'm mailing for eBay, or you're going to, I don't know, organize these toys I have. And he's like, wait, what? I'm like, yeah, you're 13 now. But I just can't wait to have more reliable internet. I can work when I want around the clock. I don't have to worry about like, okay, I can't record because there are people loud in here. It's just going to be me. And not to mention, for the first time in my life, I can control the thermostat without considering another person's well-being. All right, thanks, Belinda. Have a good night. I would record my review tonight, but honestly, I don't feel like it because I recorded a lot of videos yesterday and earlier today. Oh yeah, Sabrina has been more of a friend to Maurice than he's been to her. I mean, like I said earlier, if not for the multiple wives thing, I would have recommended Sabrina choose bio over Maurice. Maurice has gotten Sabrina into more trouble than anything else. If he's not talking crap about her wardrobe or her personality or just her as a person, he's been getting her into trouble. He's no good. And I excuse me, and I think the only reason Maurice hasn't been fired is because of their friendship. Because if Maurice was anybody else, Sabrina would have fired. It makes me mad that Jacoby got fired, but Maurice is still on the job, and it makes no sense to me whatsoever. Thanks for being happy for me. To me, it's not a done deal until I sign on the dotted line. Oh yeah, Sabrina and that, what is it? The orange blazer and the black shirt. I liked it. Bio seems controlling. You think? I finalized the house stuff tomorrow. Last week I signed and closed on the house. Tomorrow I close on the loan and the land. Maurice and Sabrina met at the bank just like she met Bio. Yep. Yeah. I mean, she just goes back and forth. 1 minute, I don't need you, Zach, for anything. Zach, I want to take you for everything you've got. It's like sing a different tune. Sheesh. Oh yeah, she did meet Calvin at the bank. Yeah, all these women seem to meet their, I guess you could say love interest at their job. Yeah, it's been 2.5 years. Yeah, she's way too naive. Now, I'm not saying that Bio is going about this the right way, but yeah, for her to not expect some sort of return is stupid. Going to be honest here. Going to be honest here. I don't think Bio should have put up that money regardless. No, that was just stupid on his part because I hated the idea of him doing that. When Aaron told Andy, said I believe Aaron is big. Yeah, a lot of and Aaron seems to be a trustworthy source because Aaron is wanting the baby to be his, but at least he's, well, I don't even want to say going through the proper channels because he's doing some illegal stuff. But again, Miss Lisa needs to come back because she would just nip this crap in the bud. I mean, she came back thinking she was doing something, but honestly, she just made things worse. The whole letter writing crap, that would have been more appropriate mid season two, before Zach and Fatima were serious. Well, no, honestly, season two, because at that point, Karen and Aaron were a thing, and Zach and Fatima were just starting to become a thing. It's just one of those things where it, Karen already signed the child support agreement. I honestly don't remember. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just forgot. I know that Zach went over there. Signed it. I forgot. Look, I mean, I don't give a damn about those child support papers. I forgot all about. I'm done with paperwork. I'm done with DNA results. It's all stupid. I still say Zach is a dumbass for. On the one hand, it's a mature choice to discuss child support early, but at the same time, you don't even know if that's your child. Yeah, but is Aaron the biological father though? I mean, if he isn't the father and he goes behind Karen's back to get confidential information, but then again, my whole argument has been like, as a man, I would want to know in that situation, like the girl, like essentially leading me on for months as to whether or not I'm the father of the baby. It's like, look, if there's more than one guy, hey, it is what it is. But I think it's important for me to know up front if I am the father or not. That way we can make the necessary arrangements, like child support or whatnot, especially if we aren't even together, because yes, it is her body and whatnot, but that child could be mine. And I feel like there is a right to have that conversation. And notice I'm not even talking abortion here. I'm talking straight up my entire life could change within the span of 9 months. So I feel like I need to know whether or not that child is mine. Fatima told Andy, right, that Karen might be pregnant by somebody else. The fact that Andy doesn't even want to believe that is just asinine to me. It's stupid. Oh, don't stop chatting. I'm just looking at messages real quick. Andy don't want to look bad when it comes to Karen. It's, Andy and Karen is like Sabrina and Maurice. You got two naive women who are just fighting for a friendship that isn't even worth it. Andy needs to drop Karen just like Sabrina needs to drop Maurice. What good are they doing for their livelihoods? Doesn't make sense to me. You can't hear me? Am I in and out? Logan is about to lose his job. I hope he loses his job. I hope he loses his job. She ain't nothing but a deceiver and a user. And I mean, if somebody was in your face constantly accusing you of being disloyal and crap, yeah, you're right. Andy has been co-signing on Karen's foolishness for so much time. See, that's the thing, because Karen usually co-signs on Andy's foolishness, or at the very least keeping it from the rest of the girls. So that's why she demands a sense of loyalty. Do you think Logan and Q are related? Nah. Andy and Sabrina need to be like Fatima. She didn't waste any time dropping Belinda as a friend. I agree. Voice cutting off. Okay, well, if that is happening, I feel like that's a sign to end the live stream now. But thanks for joining in. We had a good run, almost an hour. um, but fingers crossed, everything goes well tomorrow when I sign the paperwork. I'll keep you posted as updates occur. Just safe travels up to Lynchburg to sign and come on back here in the morning. But be on the lookout for content. If it doesn't come tomorrow, I'm busy. I'll get the stuff out as soon as possible. So have a great night, and I'll talk to you next